Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Efrain Rodriguez Jr. show. And today's show is gonna be a little creepy. Actually, if we say creepy, we probably gonna be saying something that it can offend some kind of people. But let's let's just make this news a very, how can I say this? Hmm. Let's put it this way. Let's just go to the news. Let's just, let the news talk for itself. I just gonna do a couple, what do you call it? A couple paragraph like I normally do. Google translation. But I'll tell you this. After you watch this, it's gonna be so amazing. And we gotta thanks our vocero once again. Ahead with the news. Oh, not you. Ahead with the news. And we gotta say thank you to them for taking care of telling us Puerto Ricans that we are so far away from this situations going into the states. We are a territory of the United States. And I am doing this in English because I know there's a percentage of people in the island that know English, and someday you're gonna bump into this show and you're gonna be like, you know what, this guy just go out there for 15-20 minutes from time to time, and he say whatever he wants to say, and it sounds like a little different opinion from other people. So I know you probably listen to Telemundo, Wapa, and Channel 11, Channel 6, and all the different newspapers. But from here, you're gonna get something, completely different. It's in my opinion, so you don't have to really believe it 100%. But when I see this, whoa, 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 no way, this is really happening. So, Lia Thomas, the first transgender athlete to win a NCAA Division and national championship. In a national championship. Woo! The athlete rise. The specter of the women's swimming division after registering her best time in the season. A little down below here, I'm not gonna go into the whole details, the numbers, how fast she was driving, actually swimming, because this is like, I don't know about if you know about cars, but this is like you go to the quarter mile space track and speak track. Look at me, a space. Come on, come back. 80%. Speak track. It is like racing a Jeep from the, I don't know, from the 40s to a Jeep from the 2022. For example, just an example. The 2022 is gonna take on the other one because it's faster, new engine and everything else. So combustion. It's like here when you put when you put this to the swim. It's a woman transgender, so she's doing all the changes, hormonal things. So, but it's like inside of her it's still a man body. So this is like, I don't know how to call it, but we have people here saying like, say no to males competing as females. What I see about this here, it says the inclusion of the transgender swimmers created controversy even within the sport. There were fewer than 10 protesters outside the Georgia Tech facility, with some carrying a safe women's sport banners in the stands, like this one. So, 10? What happened? this is like, this is how we're losing ourselves. That's why they control the narrative, and they pushing all these agendas. And how can I explain my son, my kids now about this? You know, they're letting it happening. So it goes beyond. It goes so far away that for us to stay quiet, it's like, okay, you stay quiet, let it have it. And it's 10 people only? Disgrace. So in Thomas' interview, she was saying, she was saying, I try to ignorate as much as I can, Thomas said. I try to focus on my swimming and just try to block out everything else, she added. You know, when I talk like that, man, if you hear the real interview, I tried to focus on the swimming. I mean, she was not even trying to at least, you know, to impersonate herself as her feelings, because she is a real he. I'm not getting here confused. Hopefully you get what I'm saying here. So how can we do something like that to our kids? How can only 10 people? It should be trucks, bands, people from all over protesting this, telling the university this is completely wrong. How can you let this happen? What about my daughter practicing for so many years to be in this position, and now she's competing against a male? Because there's still a body of a male inside, you know, the motors, the engine, the muscles, the bones. Man, if you see how tall he was, I mean, she was against the other swimmers, it's like this much different. I mean, I know I have a problem sometimes when I try to talk English, but it's something that I didn't learn it from when I was little, because I started learning when I was 26 and I have an 80% on it. Okay, fine. So you try to go around what I'm saying and say, oh, bravo, but still, you know, that's why I'm coming here to bring this in English. But how can you tell me or tell my kids, even my wife, it's a man? It's completely, this is how far the left can go with the narrative, and they're controlling on it. You know, Thomas spoke to Sport Network ESPN immediately after the race, but you see, that's how crazy, even the newspapers and everybody is accepting this. How much money you're getting paid for saying she when it's a he? It's a transgender. You want to create a different, you know, group of, like, you know, handicapped swimmers. They have a different group, handicapped. There's a male swimmers and there's a female swimmers. If they want to create a transgender, so you will be so fine competing against, you know, your own kind, because you're still a man. Why they don't do the same thing with the female transgender swimming against men's? Because she's gonna get beat up. The body of the man is stronger than the women. And if you go farther out, when God was creating, actually it took the rib from the man to create the woman's body. That's why the woman's body is so beautiful, because they can be so close to the creation, and they bring the babies and all that beautiful stuff. Sorry, you lost me with this inclusivity, with this competitions against women's, when you're really a biological man. I don't know what's gonna happen to the future. But in Puerto Rico, watch this, because if they start there, they're gonna come here. So if you stay, you know, quiet and don't say nothing and just don't share this video, and it's like, oh, it's nothing happening. You know, the reason I'm bringing this news is I'm a swimmer. I used to swim in this lake. When you not supposed to, but back in the days when I was young, and I used to go from side to side and to the island. There's a small island in the middle. So no, I love water, and I haven't been on the water for a long time. But anyway, I love water. I love water. But seeing this, it's just like it's not really fair to the women. And if you saw the other day, they were having this award to the Women of the Year, and guess what? It was another transgender. Come on. We are really bending backwards on this fight, and we need to start saying like, no, that's a man. You know, I live in Nyack, and there was a guy that he wants to be a different gender, but I still call him Junior, because that's what it is. You know, and I respect, what he's taking his life into, do whatever he wants to do his life. He's happy. Hey, I still love him, but I'm not gonna call him another Jane, or John. She's John. I'm gonna call her Jane now. I mean, I'm gonna what? No, he's still a biological man. Hopefully he's not gonna kill me for saying this on the video, but hopefully one day he'd say like, thank you for mentioning my name and my situation. But it is like that. This is getting out of control. Thank you so much for being here with us. If you like what you just saw or heard, subscribe to the channel, share this information to others, and follow us on YouTube, Efrain Rodriguez Jr. Show. Subscribe. Maybe you'll be the number 6 subscriber. I'm gonna be doing this every single day. This is not a fast run for me. This is a marathon for me. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.